Hello everyone, and welcome to Besslen Bladeworks. My name is Jacob Christian, and I've been forging knives since about 2009. Here recently, beginning in 2022, I started working with wootz steel, and that has since become my passion as a knife maker. While I still do make blades out of other steels, mono steel, 1095, W2, stuff like that, and some occasional pattern welded Damascus, Sanmai, billets, and some Gomai as well. Most of my knives are made out of wootz steel. Without further ado, let's get into the shop tour. Getting started here, this is my main workbench where a lot of the work happens, a lot of the finished work, stuff like that. Standard stuff, granite surface plate for flat things, height scribe for marking. Got a few wires and stuff here. This is going to be for a different project. PID controlled forge, got all the good stuff in here, so that will be coming soon. Other than that, vise setup so I can clamp stuff in there. I got some soft jaws for that. Got a guide here for grinding bevels on knives, but I don't use it too much. Clamps and screwdrivers and all the good stuff. Moving down in here, tons of sandpaper and grits and different stuff for hamones and whatnot. All of my handle material, got loads of it. This stuff's pretty cool. Rich light from Maker Material Supply. From there, move over to my favorite tool other than the forge and presses and stuff. A Ameribraid 2x72 grinder on a stand. Got some small wheel attachments, flat plate, glass flat platen sharpening attachment. Then over here we got my drill press. It's an old Craftsman, works pretty well. The runout's not too much on the spindle. And then coming around here, got my new jet that I have not put on a stand yet. That will be sometime soon, I don't know when. Bandsaw with a guide on it. All these buckets here are for my different powdered metals, electrolytic iron and stuff like that for making wootz steel. And then I got a nice little stand here that I made, put on wheels. Got a 9-inch disc sander, some buffing wheels, another vise. Moving over to the forge area, this was a recent acquisition. It's a post vise. I believe it's Iron City, but it's missing quite a few pieces and stuff. Yet another vise. This is the forge that will be the PID controlled one. I just cast the refractory inside, and then the burners are also cast in one piece. So you don't have to worry about the metal melting or anything like that. It's going to be 2 atmospheric burners in there. There's a big old shop fan because it gets blazing hot here in Riverside, California. Stick welder, gas welding, manual hydraulic press, and then you got this bad boy, which is what, 25-ton hydraulic press that I built myself off of some plans by, I believe, Redbeard Ops. You guys go check him out. It's got a lot of cool stuff going on. This is my old forge. It is made from a propane tank. Cut out the front, take this brick off. It's pretty well used and probably needs a new relining, but it has a ribbon burner on it. Old, what is this, Hell's Forge propane forge. All my tongs and hammers and stuff down here. And then we got the good old Emerson 150-pound anvil on a stand here. And a whole assortment of stuff. Welding helmets, propane hoses. We got some old wootz ingots that I haven't done anything with. These are going to be the burner for the new forge. We got 2 of those guys. See here is the burner for my furnace, some wrought iron, some 1045 round stock. Moving on, some stick electrodes, crucibles, graphite molds, more crucibles. Down here we got some different types of refractory cement, patching the furnace, patching the forge, stuff like that. KO wool, and then there's a blower for a different furnace. And this is the blower for my main furnace, 3D printed, guides on it, 3D printed end here with a 1.5 inch threaded coupling, and another post vise. This is the one I'm going to be using. It's going to be mounted over there at some point. Under here, chop saw, aluminum quench plates, some quench oil, some vinegar. Down over here, tons of propane tanks. Go through those quite a bit. And here's my furnace for melting the wootz steel. It's got a thermocouple. It's got a thermocouple in the bottom of it, and then the crucible goes on top. That is the cast-in burner there. Same as the other one over that I'm building. And then there's the thermocouple that goes here for measuring flame temp or wall temp. And then this is also a really new acquisition. This is a 50-pound little giant hammer. It needs a little bit of work, but we'll be getting to that. Then over here I have a kiln for roasting ingots and heat treating knives and whatnot. I made this one myself. It used to have a PID controller right here, but I took that off, and it is now controlled by a Raspberry Pi and has a web interface, so I can go on a website and start it at any time I want and change temperatures and run profiles and stuff like that. So along with all the other stuff you just saw, I'm going to be doing projects on that, but you can expect to see some pretty cool stuff. Like I said, I mainly focus on doing wootz knives and stuff like that. I have a passion for doing Japanese style blades. They're a lot of fun. They're way more complex than people think they are, but a little bit of reading and research and you can figure it out pretty well. We've got some knives up here that I'm working on. This one, well, these 3, these are all wootz knives. You can kind of see the pattern in that. This is going to be a kitchen knife. And then my last project was this wootz tanto, or kowakizashi, I guess you could call it as well. I don't know how well you can see that pattern in there. I'll probably have to throw in some videos of it after this. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy what I have to offer.